A Colleton County murder case that has made national and international headlines is finally headed to trial.
Now, there are so many moving parts and questions left unanswered as Alec Murdaugh heads to court. Tonight, we are hearing the details in the crime for the first time.
And WSAV's Andrew Davis spoke to attorneys with close knowledge of this case to learn more about these key issues. He is joining us now live from our Lowcountry newsroom with our top story tonight.
Did Alec Murdaugh murder his own wife and son? It's the question seemingly everybody has and has their own opinions about. Next week, it won't be about opinion, but fact, as the disbarred lawyer goes on trial before a Colleton County jury.
I need the police to answer immediately. My wife and child shot badly.
That was Alec Murdaugh the night of June 7th, 2021, the night of the killings, just after 10 p.m., telling police Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were murdered. But prosecutors say cell phone tracking puts Alex there an hour before that, and they say he was the one who pulled the trigger twice to cover up the fact he had run schemes to steal millions from clients.
The timeline's going to be a big deciding factor, and most importantly, the order that Judge Newman will make on motive, on whether he's going to let in all of the financial crimes or tailor it to financial pressures.
Eric Bland and Ronnie Richter already settled the civil case for the family of Murdaugh's former maid, Gloria Satterfield. They say Judge Newman could hold the fate of the prosecution case in the murder trial in his hands.
If he eliminates all motive, and motive is not an element of murder, but if he eliminates that from the state being able to advance that, then you're just looking at June 7th and what happened on that date, and it's all circumstantial evidence. And, you know, you could show reasonable doubt in so many different ways.
The advantage, according to the attorneys, much of this case has already been laid out in former Palmetto Bank CEO Russell Lafitte's federal trial back in November.
There's so much overlap with Lafitte's financial crimes and Alex's involvement. And if you just trace the evidence from what happened in the Lafitte trial, it tells the story of this growing pressure on Alex to keep this Ponzi scheme alive and how his friend Russell was helping in that regard.
But to get someone to believe beyond a reasonable doubt in this case will still be difficult.
I still don't know what the storyline sounds like that results in one shooter, two guns, two victims.
I'm sure Dick's got an expert that's going to say it takes two shooters to do what happened, and the state's only charging one person, so you can't convict this guy of both.
And as for the thought that Alec may take the stand in his own defense,
how shall you be tried?
By God and my country.
There's nothing left for the guy. He's got no credibility. If he was to testify, nobody's going to believe him. Everything he does is self-serving. He steals from clients. He steals from family. He steals from his law partners. He exploits people that are in the worst phases of their life. They either lose loved ones or they're injured. They need medical treatment.
Now, Bland and Richter settled their civil lawsuit with Alec Murdaugh for more than $4.3 million for the Satterfield family. Next week, the stakes even higher. Alec Murdaugh could get life in prison if he's convicted. We'll be there with full coverage of the trial from the beginning. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3 on your side.
Andrew, thank you.